guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of Debbie Reflects. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to heal from toxic relationship, and this is something that I have personally experienced, and whilst I go through my point, I'm going to be sharing some of my personal experiences with you guys as well. So the very first thing to know is what it means to be toxic. We hear about this word flying about everywhere these days. What exactly does it mean to be toxic? So according to a website online, a toxic person is anyone whose behavior adds negativity and upset to your life. Many times people who are toxic are dealing with their own stresses and traumas. To do this, they act in ways that don't present them in the best light and usually upset others along the way. When someone in your life is causing you more pain than good, or bringing you more negativity than positivity, or making you more sad than happy, then there's a possibility that that person is toxic. Now, when someone is toxic, most times they're also dealing with their own injuries, their own pain, their own hurt, and don't realize that they're, presenting themselves in such a way to the other person. So the very first point is to accept that the relationship is over and move on. Leave emotionally, leave mentally, leave physically. Just leave, just move on, just go. Accept that it's gone. I know this day and age we like to say, oh, you need to have closure. When you're dealing with someone who's toxic, there's no closure. Just it's ended, everybody go their way. Like, there's no closure. Just move on and allow yourself to go and start your healing process. So point number 2, admit what you've been through. Feel the pain, feel the hurt, and cry if you need to. Most times when we've been with someone who's toxic, we actually don't realize that they're toxic until we step out of the situation. Like, everyone around you might be saying, this person is toxic, this person is doing this to you, but you don't realize it because we're constantly trying to make things work. We're trying to, make things better. We're trying to prove to this person that we're a better person, we're a better being. So we actually don't realize what we've been through. In my own personal experience, I didn't even know that the person was toxic. Like, if someone had told me whilst we're dating that this person is toxic, I'd be like, no, I'm the one with the problem. I'm the one who this, I'm the one, because that's what he kept doing. Kept highlighting my wrongs, kept highlighting my flaws, and kept telling me, you're not going to find anyone better, you're not going to do that, you're not going to do this, you should be thankful that you're with someone like me because you can never find somebody better than me. Those are the words that he used to say to me. And it started to do something to my head, and I started to feel like I wasn't good enough. Nonsense. I was able to find someone who is times 10 better within what? Not even up to a year. So admit that you've been through that hurt. Admit that you've been through that situation, and that will help you, to start your healing process. Cry if you need to. Shout if you need to. Scatter the house and rearrange it if you need to. Let yourself experience the pain. Don't shy away from the pain. Don't shy away from the hurt. Just allow yourself experience the pain. I finally was able to allow myself experience the pain, and when I finally did, I cried like a child. I cried like a baby. Like, what has happened to me? What have I allowed myself get into? What was I thinking? Those are the questions that were constantly in my head. How did you allow yourself to get to this point? So point number 3, don't blame yourself. Be patient with yourself. Enjoy the healing process. Let me tell you, healing through any hurt, any breakup, toxic relationship, whatever healing you're trying to do, it's not overnight. You're not just going to wake up and it's gone. You're not going to cry today and then tomorrow you're no longer crying again. You've moved on. If you're that kind of a person, yeah, okay, fine. But the truth of the matter is, all you've done is you just, brushed it under the carpet, and one day it's going to come out again. But if you really, really want to heal from this, be patient with yourself. allow yourself go through the healing process. If you don't go through the process and try to say, oh, big girls don't cry, nonsense. Big girls cry. Big girls cry in their closet. Yes, they might not cry in front of you or all that kind of stuff, but people cry, people hurt, and the different ways we express our pains is different. But if you don't deal with it, all you're doing is brushing it under the carpet, and one day it will come out in the open. And that's how people end up being toxic to other people, because you haven't dealt with your own pain and you're brushing off that hurt that you've experienced in that situation to another person. That's how people end up being toxic to other people. So to avoid yourself being toxic to the next person, deal with your own pain and be patient. Go through the healing process. If it takes you 6 months, fine. If it takes you a year, fine. But go through the process. But what you don't want to do is to dwell in that place. You want to get better. You want to try as much as possible to get better. So point number 4, communicate, go for therapy, welcome support system, talk about it. Me personally, I didn't want to talk about it because I felt ashamed. I was like, how did I get myself into this situation? And the way the relationship had ended, it wasn't like a silent thing. Like, people knew. So I was like, how did I get here? So I was ashamed. I was ashamed to express my own feelings. And obviously, he had gone around and shared his own stories or shared his own thoughts or his own views about the relationship. And I was hearing all those things and I was like, oh my God, how did I get here? And that was the shame I was going through. But that's nonsense. Talk about it. I'm not saying, go on social media and start telling the whole world, I've been through this. No. But if you have someone who you respect enough and they're willing to listen to you and help you towards this healing process, share with them and take their advice. For example, after going through that experience personally, I realized that people or someone shouting at me triggers me. So if someone shouts at me that I'm wrong or just say something that just makes me feel sad or down or in a place where I'm feeling guilty, at that point in time, I'm not just thinking about what I've done there. My mind is traveling to different places like, oh, you are such a horrible person because you've dealt with, now you've done this. Remember when you did that, and that's why this person said this to you, and that's why that person said that to you. My mind is just playing in different places, so I can't understand what this person is trying to tell me because my mind has traveled. My mind has gone to different places. And in terms of communication, this was something that I had to share with my husband, that look, shouting at me doesn't help because it lets me go back into my shell. I'm now very vulnerable at that point in time because it's reminding me of things, it's bringing back memories that I don't want to remember. So as a result of that, I might overreact. That you might think we were just talking about boiling water or no boiling water, and here we are, we're about to, blow up the whole building because I'm coming now. My mind has gone to a different place because of my trigger points. So when you communicate with people, you get to understand what your trigger points are. And when you start to welcome support system, people who care truly about you and want to be around you, it's worth communicating these trigger points to them so that when you overreact with something, they're able to understand, okay, I see where this is coming from. This has nothing to do with me, but she's in a place right now and she just needs to get over that. Point number 5, take care of yourself. Don't let yourself go. When we're going through pain, when we're going through hurt, when we're going through disappointments, it's very easy to just close up. You want to lay in your bed and not do anything. You don't want to stand up to brush your teeth. You don't want to stand up to eat. You want to just order food into the house. That's even if you're eating. This was me at some point. I took time off work when I was going through my own. I took time off work for weeks. I'm not even talking about days. I was off work for 6 weeks. and under stress, because I was so stressed. I wasn't sleeping, and because I wasn't sleeping, I started to have unnecessary health issues that I shouldn't have because I wasn't sleeping. I was having headaches, I was having migraines, I was having body pains, I was all over the place. I just didn't understand myself. So take care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Eat though. I lost weight. Do your hair, do your nails if you can. If you have not shopped before, go out, get yourself new clothes, something that will make you. What are those things that you normally do that makes you feel good? Don't go and do that. And the final thing I'll say to you is to pray. Pray, especially if you're a Christian. When we're going through hurt, sometimes we kind of feel like, God doesn't understand, so God is the last person we want to talk to at that point in time. Lies. God understands, and it was through this experience of mine that I actually realized that God actually understands. Like, He gets the pain. He actually understands what you're going through at that time. He can feel that pain with you. When I was going through my own experience, that's when I understood what God meant when He says He loves you like He loves the church. I just understood God's love on another dimension. I'm not even gonna lie, and this might sound cliche, but I feel like there were moments where I just felt Him hugging me, like, it's going to be fine, it's going to be okay, don't worry, and I could slowly smile, and the smile was coming genuinely from my heart, and I started to experience peace from that situation. And right now, it doesn't bother me. I don't even care what anyone has to say about that situation, because God has made it perfect. And as a result of that experience, I'm able to appreciate something good. He'll guide you towards like Bible verses to read, and then you read it, and it just feels like somebody is just like, there were times where He would guide me to or lead me to a Bible verse, and I'll start to read it, and I can just feel myself, my eyes rolling with tears. Like, how do you understand this pain? It won't make sense to any other person. If any other person is reading that verse, they're not going to understand what I'm going through. But that verse, something there resonates so much with me, and it was also helping me heal. And gradually, it became a thing of the past. So I hope this point has been really, really useful for you guys. These were some of the things that I did that helped me to heal from such terrible experience. I think this one was the number one most hurtful thing that has ever happened to me in my life. Yeah, I think most embarrassing, most painful. I could feel my heart. Like, when people say I can feel my heart, I'm like, it's not that deep. I felt that kind of pain where you could feel your heart. Yeah, that was kind of pain I experienced from such an experience. And I pray that if there's anyone out there that is going through something similar, it's not a joking stuff. And I pray that God helps you to heal. I pray that God shows you what love means and just embraces you like He did for me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and let me know, have you been through similar experience? Let me know how you dealt with it. Remember, I'm still healing, so if there are other advices that you have for me out there, let's talk about it in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys again. Bye.